Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is an art supply haul video, as you can no doubt tell from the title. This is going to be mostly a restock of things that I need, as well as a few fun things mixed in that I couldn't resist picking up. Remember, if you like videos like this, art supply hauls, or if you like art videos in general, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. For those subscribers that are along the way and keep watching this one, welcome. I'm glad to have you guys back. And if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and really support the channel, okay? Really love it when you guys do. But let's get on into it. First things first, I'm very excited for this little find, is this little kneaded eraser by Creative Mark. I know this is something weird to be excited about, but I have a video in the works where I'm going to compare most kneaded erasers and see which ones are softer, which ones are harder, which ones do better erasing, which ones do better as like shaping and molding, and just kind of fun like that. So every time I find a new kneaded eraser, I go ahead and grab it and add it, so that way I can try and cover as many as I can. I don't think I can get them all, but I'm trying. So there's one to add to that. Next up is a nice little tool. Sometimes I use sandpaper to sharpen things like charcoal sticks or other things like that, but I found this little kind of it's sandpaper stapled to this little corrugated, no, this is an MDF board, I think, actually. So I can just kind of hold it and do it real quick, and it's got, I think, 10 to 12 sheets on there, and while that's not the most probably cost effective, it's nice in a pinch when I don't have a regular sheet of sandpaper lying around, so I grabbed that to help out. Alright, let's get into some more exciting things, shall we? Talking about restocking, for my oil painting, I picked up a fresh bottle Gamsol by Gamblin. I use this to both dilute the paint and thin it, as well as clean my brushes. I used to use Terpenoid, but there was such a buzz about this in the art community that when I tried it, I fell in love, and this is the only thing I've used since. I need to refresh the Gamsol that's currently in my brush cleaner. It's done its job, and it needs a refresh in the jar, so I got a fresh bottle to help with that. And then also to help my oil painting, I use these lockbox refills. It's a circular palette that you can put these little like wax paper sheets that you can mix oil on, and then you can cover the palette, which I know is probably not the best way to go about it. I'd much rather use a regular palette, but with special needs child and 5 cats, I don't want any oil paint tracks around the house to have to clean up, so I go for a lockbox for my palette, and it gets the job done. I've used them since I was in high school. I had one back then that I had to bring to and from school, so that way I didn't get paint everywhere. So once I got back into painting here, I realized that I wanted this back again. So I'm out of one. I have 9 sheets left in my palette, so my thing is I never want to run out, so I grabbed a new package of 10 sheets. I could probably cut them myself, but yeah, it's not very expensive. Also on the restock for oil painting is this giant, what is this, 150 milliliter tube, I believe, of titanium white by Gamblin. Gamblin's probably the one I go to most frequently when I'm oil painting. So I grabbed a big tube of white because I am going through white like crazy. I'm working right now on this still life of sunflowers, and it's using up so much white because it's larger than what I normally paint. And I just I don't want to run out. I don't want to have any troubles. I want white. So there we go. I have white. Let's look at, well, let's save fun stuff for last. Let's do some surfaces. I'm almost out of hot press watercolor paper. So I tried this Fluid 100 watercolor paper in cold press, and it definitely wasn't bad. So price point wise, it's a lot cheaper than, say, Arches. Arches is by far my favorite, but I'm willing to try other brands. And they were out of Arches hot press in the 9x12. So I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to try the Fluid 100 hot press finish. And this is pre-cut 8x10 sheets. They're still 100% cotton. I get to be a paper snob there. which is good. I should make a tips video. Number one tip for watercolor: be a snob about your paper. Actually, if you'd like to see a like top 5 tips for watercolor or any medium, go ahead and leave a comment down below on which medium you'd like to see some tips on, because I would love to leave some videos like that. All right, moving right along. Let's slide that out of the way since we want to make room. Oh, you gotta know me and my DaVinci Pro panels by now. These are a little different than usual. These are the ultra smooth gesso panels, as opposed, I usually use the medium tooth smoothness for standard painting. These are ultra smooth, and I thought these would go great for some more abstract pieces. I realized after I bought the last one last time, of the regular smoothness that I do, that it adds a texture that I maybe don't want in those types of pieces. So I grabbed 2 10x10s in the ultra smooth to really help out and keep things flat, smooth, and stuff for my abstract pieces. So there we go. That's about it for surfaces. Let's get the little bag of goodies next. Oh, you know by now what this little bag means. It's either brushes or pencils, and this time it's both. Woo! That one came flying out. Oh, we have a plane coming through. I'll edit that out if I have to. Let's start with the brush. And like most of my brushes, this is from Silver Brush. This is a flat 6 ruby satin brush. I use these for oil painting, and it was just a case of they'd been out of some of the ruby satin brushes, and this one happened to be in stock, so I got a nice 6 flat to help kind of keep my range going. I thought about getting some larger ones, but I wasn't willing to spend that much when I knew I had to pick up essentials like this, so I just stuck with this one for now. Like that up there, why not? And adding on to my polychromos, I realized in doing some more portrait work that I was missing out on some serious good browns. So I picked up Nougat, Bistro, and India Red to help out with some more colors that I've been kind of like lacking in my browns. Hopefully I'll get all the browns soon, but these ones are the ones they had in stock for right now. There we go. And then last, but certainly not least, the fun one pick. If you remember from my last haul video, I had the So Flat Golden Matte Acrylics in like the primary set. I picked up the, what do they call it? Zing, I think it was called the Zing set. Yeah, I think it's called the Zing. And this one comes with Naphthol Pink, Bismuth Vanadate Yellow, Cobalt Teal, favorite, Yellow Green, Red Violet, and Cadmium Orange. So some fun colors there. And then to round it out, I'm not sure if I'm going to need them like I would in a normal palette, but I still wanted to have them regardless, is Burnt Umber and Burnt Sienna. Same size, they're little 2-ounce. I was gonna say tubes, but they're technically jars, so 2-ounce jars. And I don't know, like I said, if I'm going to need them necessarily with the style of art I'm going for. But if I want to do maybe like an abstract tree or something like that, I at least have the browns on hand able to do them. And I love Golden for one really good reason. Not only do they have a wide array of different types of acrylic paint, and they have other brands for other stuff as well, but speaking of their acrylics and for this moment, is they paint over here on these there's black lines, and they do a swipe of the paint, and this is the actual paint. You can feel it. It's not like how this is just a cardboard piece with just an approximation. It actually has the paint put on it, and I love that because it lets me see exactly how opaque it is. It lets me see the texture. It lets me see everything about the paint, at the blink of an eye, and I absolutely love that about Golden. I really think they're amazing when they do that, and they do that for multiple different lines of paint. They do that for their heavy body. I believe they do it for their fluid too. Um, it's just a great detail that I love about their paint when they do that. But okay, that's enough about that's enough about Golden and how awesome they are. That was my haul. It was a little small this time, as you can see. We got a couple pencils, a paintbrush, some paint, some Gamsol, some tools, surfaces. So maybe not the most exciting haul, but definitely a good restock, and I'm excited to dig into these extra So Flat colors. I've been having a good time with them. I'd love to show off what I've been working on when it's ready. Right now I'm just kind of messing with them. I'm not doing anything concrete. So when I get something definite, I'll be happy to share. Which I will have anything like that over on Instagram. You can follow me. It's just my name. I have it down in the description box down below. You can go ahead and follow me or take a look at what I'm working on from there. I'm not the most regular on Instagram like I am here on YouTube, but I try. I've been posting updates of Inktober back then. I've been sharing what I've been working on, so just keep an eye out and see what's going on. But I guess that about wraps things up, guys. Until the next video, take care and have a good one, and bye for now.